All right, go.
All right. Hi, everybody. Good to see you all. We are having the summer 2020 registration Q&A. As you all know, we had to switch to remote for our on-site classes this summer. So we really wanted to come up with some offerings that would be super awesome and fun and also work in the remote environment this summer. So you're going to see that everything changed on the Open Reg in terms of what you could enroll in this summer. So we just wanted to kind of run through those classes and let you know what we were offering and who was teaching them and give you just a little heads up and understanding of what the classes were about, since we just changed them, I believe, on Friday. And again, these were all changed to accommodate our on-site students in a remote environment and pick classes that would be really fun, interesting, and work well through the Zoom and remote ways of learning and engaging with one another. So I just wanted to run through what those classes are with you all today and answer any questions. We have a small PowerPoint to go through, but definitely this is a Q&A. So please, if there's any questions, just jump in or raise your hand or whatever so that we can give you time to just ask questions throughout the meeting. And it should be brief, but also after, let me know if you need help with your advisor, just registering. Also, you can email your advisor after today and CC me, and then I can approve anything that needs director approval pretty quickly. We just want to make sure everybody gets set and is excited about summer. So, hey, good to see you all.
Good.
All right, so the PH 108 and 115 probably won't apply to most of you because most of you are later in the program, but the John Vano is going to be teaching those. So, hey, John.
Hey, John.
And PH 488 is something I will be teaching. So I wanted to just talk quickly a little bit about that. Also, right now, when you enroll, it looks like it's going to be at noon, but I changed it to 3:40 so that if somebody wanted to take Michael Sims' Special Topics Capture 1 and my PH 488 senior project, you could. Senior project is for upper division BFA students who want to work heavily on their project, on one project or their body of work over the summer. It's going to be a really intense, fun critique class where you will really get one-on-one and small group environment to work on a project of your choosing. This can be something that you're already deep into. It can also be something that you are closing, like maybe you're at the end. I know I already have one student that instead of doing PH 295 online, which is for AA final portfolio, she's going to do senior project with me. So we'll be working on wrapping up her body of work before she exits the program. So it's very open. Also, it says senior project, but you do not need to be a senior. Just talk to me about it. I just would want you to be focused and have a body of work in mind that you're working on. And this could be in any area. It can be fine art, commercial, documentary, a blend, whatever you guys want to do. Just be ready to work deeply on a project of your choosing. And you don't have to have a prereq of 355, even though that says that there. I will waive that. Okay. Shot on Mobile, Michael.
Shot on Mobile is a new class. We ran it for the first time this semester, where the entire class is done on your mobile device. And it doesn't matter whether you have iOS or Android. Both work perfectly fine for the class. But we'll be using the common denominator of the Adobe products. So the platform won't matter so much as long as you have an updated phone that can handle Adobe Mobile Lightroom and Adobe Rush. And we'll be doing everything from taking stills, testing the camera from the actual the actual OS, as well as through the Adobe products. We'll be doing time lapse, hyperlapse, slow motion. We also do audio recordings, and we get into how to create and edit entirely on the phone for video as well. So you'll be doing a video project. We'll also be covering a lot of fun little gadgets, as you can see here. My little handheld device with a little tripod on it and a Rode microphone to get very, very nice audio, as well as we'll be talking about gimbals, things like that. So it's a really fun class, and you get to play around and really test the limitations of the phone, which in many ways are much more advanced than our DSLRs. So really fun class, and it's already got, 13 people in it. So there's still room for 7 more, if that is something you would like to do. So lots of fun. Next is Capture One. This is going to be the first time we offer this. We were going to slate it for the fall, but we decided to run it in the summer to take the place of the printing classes, because a printing class in this hybrid world doesn't work terribly well when no one has printers. So we have switched to Capture One. So I've developed a 15-week, or in the summer, 15 class curriculum all around Capture One from start to finish. So it's talking about workflow. It's talking about going into Capture One catalogs versus Capture One sessions, a much deeper dive into raw editing, especially into layers and creating custom camera calibrations or profiles, as well as creating custom styles and color lookup tables, and output, and even how to print from Capture One. We'll also be covering how to do tethered capture. So that's going to be a really fun class. It takes a really deep dive into Capture One. Most of you have had a little bit in the beginning level classes, Photoshop classes, workflow classes, where we do about 3 weeks of Capture One, but it's such a deep program that we really wanted to go a lot further into it to really prep you for the advanced digital capture classes with Edwin. So should also be a fun class.
Thanks, Michael.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, this is my class.
Yeah.
Hey, everybody, Timothy here. This is the introduction to PH 692, Contemporary Topics in Photography, Monday and Thursday, 3:40 p.m. You know, in thinking about this class, it's kind of like, I think it's an extension of everything that we learned that worked as we shifted over this past semester. In this course, students will explore contemporary topics in photography through participation in artist lectures, interviews, and advanced level group discussion. Artist talks and interviews with leaders in the industry will be presented through live and recorded webcasts. Course topics will be further explored through research, writing, and photography assignments. So that's the introduction to the class, and really, we're kind of basing this class on the idea of getting all the different voices that we've got to like experience this past semester and bringing them into the class. And I think this is a class that's going to be, I try to think of it as inspiring for both, whether, no matter what you're doing, whether you're doing documentary work or fine art work or commercial photography. I think the things we're going to be trying to be inspired by and the voices we're going to hear are going to relate to what everybody's into. And throughout this also, you know, there will be a component of making images. And whether it's the continuation of a project you're already working on that you'd like to fine tune around this kind of inspiration, or if it's just a series of exercises that we're trying to do to carry other students through. It'll be a mix of like learning things, getting inspired, and also some picture making. And it looks like a prerequisite for this is 601 or department director approval, which is Adrian. And it's a grad class. Anything else I should add to that?
I'll just say that if there are grad students that are not at the 601 level yet, just talk to me about that, because this class is going to be super awesome. There's going to be amazing industry professionals. I want you to take it. Take the opportunity and get to merge and interact with these incredible people this summer when people are still available. We have had so many industry professionals come through the department because people have time. So that's why we want to run this, to really keep that vibe going. So the prereq of 601, just talk to me about it. If you want to take this class, we'll make it happen.
Ah, sounds good. Sounds good. I'm excited.
Okay, so that's what we have for on-site. For just one other note for any grad students that are here, you'll notice my name on the PH 675 portfolio class, which is the capstone portfolio class for the MA students. You'll notice my name on that for the online section. I will be teaching that online, but I also have some on-site students who don't really want to work in the online environment, but they want to do more one-on-one Zoom meetings with me. And so I'm going to do it. I'm going to do that class both ways. I'm going to teach it through the online portal, but I'm also going to do one-on-ones for the portfolio students that really don't, would prefer to do more interactive type critiques and work that way, in a better way. So you'll see my name there. Let me know if you have any questions about that.
Makes sense.
Yeah. So any questions about what is being offered for the summer?
Cool.
Cindy, Shazad, Kirsten, and Angelina showed up. Thank you all. All right. Is there anything in the chat? Anything at all?
Jacob, you have a question?
Yeah, I have one question
Sure.
to Adrian and another question to Michael.
Okay.
And for Adrian, you said your senior project in summer, the times changed to 3:40.
Yes.
And it's just still 12 on the catalog. And then have you planned going this class on next summer?
Next summer, I don't know yet. It is really, I think we want to run this class more during the summer, because one of the pieces of feedbacks we've got from you all is that there was a greater need for upper division BFA classes that students could do during the summer. So we put this one in thinking, what an awesome way of getting, the students past midpoint into a group together to really have some in-depth critique. So I foresee it being offered again, but I'm not for sure. But I think that it is, like, we had this being offered before we knew we were going to be remote. So it's something we're trying out to see if it works for the summer class. And we think it will.
Have you offered this class in the past?
I have not taught this class. I do teach very similar classes to it. I think that it was offered in, I'm not sure when it was last offered, but it has been offered in the past.
Okay. And for the Michael, for the special topic, Capture One, I can see the same class in this coming fall. Have you planned for this fall?
Have they added it to the falls, Reg, Candace?
Not yet. We added the class and then we put it on the summer offerings, but we have not gone through fall yet.
But planning to.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Yeah. Thank you.
We have a question in the chat pod. Tim, you wanted to go?
From Shazad, he goes, will we need to shoot new projects for PH 699? Is it advantageous to take the class if you are familiar with the basics of Capture One?
The Capture One class, as far as the subject matter for taking images, it's more of a processing class. There will be certain assignments that, unless you happen to have that in your library currently, then yes, you would have to shoot specifically for it, depending on the type of tools that we were going to be covering that week. But there is a possibility, more than likely it'll be mixed, where you'll be able to use some of your current raw files, and then you'll need to capture some new raw files. If you have the generic basics down, this is going to go much, much deeper into especially layers and styles, as well as really getting into the color tools, which the beginning classes did not cover. You may have gotten a little bit in ADC or on your own. So this would probably still be a pretty good class to hone your skills in Capture One.
Sounds good.
Adrian, you have a question for Francine. She said, I registered for senior project. Do you know if it will run for sure, or do you need a specific number of students to register?
Good question. So typically we need around 10 students to run a class. And I saw that there were 2. I have another person that is thinking of enrolling. I sure hope it runs, and I will go to bat for it. So I can't say for sure. They haven't given us a number of, what type of enrollment we need to run a class over the summer, but I have good positive hopes about it. So I can keep you posted if I hear anything more on that.
Cindy wants to know, are these classes, it moved again. Are these classes going through Zoom, or are they really on site on campus?
So these classes are going through Zoom because this summer and this is why we made these changes, because we wanted classes that will run successfully and give you all a great educational experience through the remote environment. So these are going to be through Zoom.
Ooh, that covers everything in the chat pod.
Mm-hmm. All right. Does anybody here think that they would like to enroll in something and are interested in taking one of these classes we talked about? Because we actually have 2 advisors here right now, Kirsten and Angelina. And it would just be great if you're like, oh, I'm going to do that, just let us know, because then we can have a better understanding. Okay, cool.
Shazad says, I'm definitely interested in taking PH 699, Capture One.
Awesome. Okay, Shazad, where will you be this summer?
I'm going to be back home in Bombay. So, yeah. I'm hoping that the fall semester is back online, like on site, so that everything happens the way it should. So, yeah, but for now, I'm back home. And there was one question that I had. It's not related to any of these classes, but if you could point me in the direction of whom I should direct the question to, that would be really helpful.
Okay.
As international students, we cannot stay outside the United States for more than 5 months on the basis of our F1 visa. So if everything does not calm down by August, is it that there's going to be some kind of extension from the government because of like an exceptional circumstance or something like that? Or would we have to reapply for student visas or something like, or what would it look like?
That is a really good question. I have no idea. So that will definitely be a question for the international office. If
Okay.
you have any, because they're going to be the ones that really have the legalities around everything that's been going on.
Yeah.
The one thing
Yeah.
that I would say is that there has been a lot of change, with these prior regulations that were quite strict. I have noticed that some things have been changing, but I definitely am not the person that knows the legal issues around that. So contact the international office, and if you need us to help in any way, just reach out to me or Candace, and I have a point person there that I can go to if you can't get your question answered.
Oh, great. Thank you so much. Thanks a lot.
Andrew says that he is interested in taking Capture One PH499,
Cool.
and Angelina is going to help him. So good to go there. Cindy wants to know, is PH499 Shot on Mobile available for both graduate and undergrad?
That
That's a
was
question
a
for Adrian.
good question. Go ahead, Michael.
I think that's a question for you. Did we set it up as a 499-699 or is it just 499?
So right now it's 499, but Cindy, where are you in the program? What was the last class that you took in the curriculum? Graduate. What was the, are you are you MFA or MA?
I'm MFA and I just passed my midpoint review.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah, then
Okay.
they can take it. I think.
Yeah, so you can take it. That's congratulations. Yay.
Thank you.
Yeah.
So
Yeah, so Cindy, you can take it. You can
Okay,
take it as a
thank you.
directed study.
Okay, thank you.
And
Yeah.
they just need you to sign off on that, correct, Adrian?
Yeah, so Cindy, email your advisor after this and CC me. Here, I'll put my, and CC me on that, and then we'll get you enrolled in that as a directed study.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome.
Anyone else? Awesome. Let's wrap it up.
Yeah, thank you, everybody. I'm glad these were all good questions. Definitely just let us know if you need further help. This is recorded, so we'll send it to the advisors so that everybody's up to speed. Of course, more questions may come up. Definitely send them my way, or Candace, of course, who is our wrangler. She always knows where we are, even if we're Zooming or wherever we are in Zoom land. So definitely send it to Candace and we'll get back to you as soon as possible. And we're really looking forward to launching these classes in the summer, and are excited that we've found some things that can be positive, can continue to develop your work, and will run well in this remote environment that we still find ourselves in, at least through beginning of August. So thank you so much.
Adrian,
Yeah.
I'm sorry, but I think the Kirsten, my advisor, is here, so I would like to register the senior project for the summer.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Great.
Perfect. Jacob, you can give me a call after this and then we'll get you all set.
Okay, sure. Thanks.
Yay. Thanks,
Perfect.
Kirsten.
Of course.
All right.
And for Adrian, I have a quick question.
Sure.
If I take the 499 shot on mobile, I just can put it on direct study, or I can put it on the elective degree.
You would have to actually, okay, let me ask your advisor on that. It has to go under directed study because it's officially an undergrad class. So, but as I think about it, when we first launched this class, we did want it to be an undergrad and grad class, but we just didn't necessarily have the functionality to do it at that time. So let me work on that component a little bit, but for now it will be a directed study for you.
Okay, thank you.
You're welcome. Anything else? Okay. Well, have a good day, everybody.
You too.
Hope you get out to enjoy the beautiful weather, step outside, breathe some fresh air.
For sure.
And let us know if you have questions. Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Okay, Candace?